Frugal Beauty. So today I'm going to be coming on with a makeup tutorial. I wanted to share a look that I'm going to come up with for this morning as I'm getting ready for work. So yeah, we're just going to jump in and yeah, we're just going to see what we can come up with. So yeah. So first off, I'm going to start with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot in the shade Laying Low, and I'm just applying it to both of my eyes. Then I'm going to take the shade Crenshaw by ColourPop, and I'm going to be applying that in the crease to both of my eyes, and I'm just using a blending brush that I actually picked up from eBay, which I really love. So yeah, I'm just going to do that for both eyes. Now I'm just going to assess the situation of my brows, and I'm going to go ahead and fill them in. Mostly I'm just going to be cleaning them up a little bit around with the pencil, and then I'm going to use some concealer to polish them off, and a little bit of brow gel to set them. It's playtime. Usually I take my concealer and I squirt it towards the mirror just in case I actually get it on my clothes, because these tubes sometimes they get a lot of pressure when you're squeezing them. So yeah, I'm just kind of lining them here like I told you I would do earlier, just to kind of clean the brows up a bit. So now I'm just using that same brush that I did earlier, and I'm just kind of taking the product that was left over and applying it to the crease. And then I'm going to use my Winky Lux palette, and I'm going to take a burgundy shade, and I think I'm going to put that directly into the crease over top of that Crenshaw that I used earlier. And I'm just going to do that to both eyes. And then I'm going to be following that up with a very pretty, like metallic-y shade to apply right on my lid. And you'll see that shortly. I'm just going to be putting that all over the lid. And you can see it's very, very pretty. It's got a nice iridescent look to it. So I love it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set that brow bone with a little bit of this buttery cream color. Maybe it's more so of a taupey brown. I'm just going to set that concealer that I placed on my brow bone earlier. I think this kind of just polishes off the brows a little bit. And then I'm just going to blend a little bit more of that burgundy color that I put in the crease. And I'm just going to try to deepen up the crease a bit and give it a little more definition here. So the look is starting to come together. You can see I'm just kind of feeling myself a little bit. I'm seeing where this is going. I think I want to add something from the new ColourPop palette that I got. And I love that palette. It's definitely substantial. I was feeling it and I was like, whoa, this is like really heavy compared to the Winky Lux. It's got a little bit more of a weight to it. So I'm just taking a darker brown kind of color, and I'm just applying that directly into my crease. Now I'm just going to take this Laura Mercier eye color pencil in the color Rose Gold, and I'm just going to apply that to my inner corner to brighten the eye and just to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. So yeah, I love to add this to the inner corner. It's really nice and it stays put all day. Now it's time for me to set those brows, and I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild brow gel that I picked up. It's really inexpensive and it gets the job done, and I like it. I've bought a second one. Now for my favorite part of the show, the mascara. And I love this new Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Like, I'm not really a high-end girl when it comes to mascara, because I just think you could get something equivalent in the drugstore. But this, oh my gosh, I had discovered I had one of these in my old I guess it's Too Faced little gingerbread house thing that they had from last Christmas, and I hadn't even used it or opened it. And so I seen this and I was like, let me try this out. Now I'm just going to take this Wet n Wild pencil, and I'm really stoked about finally finding the color. That's what I was thumbs upping for, because it took me a while to figure out which eye pencil I wanted to use in my lower lash line, but I'm just applying this creamy. Then I'm just going to take that Better Than Sex and apply it to my lower lash line to boost up those little baby eyelashes down there. Now I'm just going to take my Dr. Jart's Water Drops moisturizer, and I'm going to apply it all over my face and get nice and hydrated. I love this stuff. This is my second container of it. I got it in a subscription, so and I also picked it up from Sephora when they had it in the one of the rewards that you could retrieve your finally for the face. I'm just going to take this Rimmel foundation in the shade Deep, and I love it. It is the Stay Matte version. I love this stuff. I got it for $4.99 when I was in Carolina, and I love it. It's got a creamy texture, like a moussey kind of texture. It is the perfect shade, and I love the way it blends out. It stays matte for a good portion of the day, at least between 8 hours at least. So yeah, I'm just gonna blend that all over my face using my Real Technique sponge, which I love. This is a sponge that I have repeatedly purchased, and you can also wash it and clean it, so that is another plus of it, so you get a lot of uses out of it. Now I'm just taking my Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to take the purpley shade in there, and this is the Purple Trio. So if you're familiar with the little quads that they have, I love this one. I'm just putting that into my lower waterline for a little smoky effect. Now I'm just going to take my Wet n Wild concealer in the deepest shade, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyelids, and I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. I love using my finger for concealer to set and blend the under eye area, because it is the easiest for me, and I can do it pretty quickly and get a good handle on it. So yeah, I usually do this. Now I'm just going to take this Zuri setting powder. I'm not sure the shade, but it is just a setting powder I picked up at my local Roses, and I love this stuff. It's kind of got like a pinky yellow undertone, but it works really well to set the under eye. It's even comparable to my banana powder that I use a lot, and it probably will even be comparable to Sacha Buttercup. I haven't tried that, so I can't say for sure. But I'm just using a little makeup wedge to kind of press that in, and then I'm applying it to a couple other areas of my face to kind of set some of that foundation, because I like the coverage of this particular powder. And now for the blush. I am going to be applying the Black Radiant Toasted Almond Blush. It is also the number 8306. It's a very nice blush. I like to utilize this one for a neutrally kind of maybe muted salmon kind of color / burgundy. It works really well, and I'm just using a Real Techniques blush brush to do that. And yeah, just blending it up to my cheekbone. So yeah, and then I'm going to follow that up with a little bit of highlighter. I'm just going to be using what I like to call as my highlighting brush, and I'm just going to apply the Intense Blush Quad by the brand City Color. This is the collection 2. I'm not sure of the actual place you could find this at on a regular. I picked this up quite a while back from like a City Trends or something. But then I'm going to top it off with a Makeup Revolution Baked Bronzer Powder, but I use it as a highlighter, and it is in the color Ready to Go. It works for brown girls as like almost like a champagne kind of highlighter. It has pulls more silver, so if you kind of want to tone down your golden look. Now for the lips, I'm going to take a little bit of taupe from MAC, and I'm going to apply that to my lips. Love this color. It's very, very nice. It goes with a lot of different looks. Finally, it's time to set the face, and I'm just using my Cover FX that I've got in my BoxyCharm, which I am loving. It is an illuminating spray. Love.